Ooh, a story of war, murder, sex, deceit, lies, incest! And for an added bonus, dragons! What's there not to enjoy? Oh, did I mention dragons earlier? Oh yes, we have dragons! Baby dragons, but dragons nonetheless. Now when I first saw the size of this book, I thought I'd be reading it until my retirement party. But this story really flowed. Of course I know what's going to happen because I've religiously watched the HBO series. Although that might have bummed many a reader out, our beloved author's writing, and along with his completely awesome characters, assured that no bummed out moments were to be had. I do wonder though if I would have had more fun reading the book while clasping on to my mighty sword. But since I do most of my reading at work, security might have had some issues with my mighty sword. I'd be playing my game of unemployment with my mighty sword. Oh, my dear. Although this book has more characters than the last 30 years of the soap opera The Bold and Beautiful, Arthur George Martin did a brilliant job of keeping everything straight. Yes, each chapter was entitled after the character it covered. Oh, bravo, my good man! You saved me so much confusion! Actually, there wasn't that much confusion because I had seen the TV series, and so far the HBO series has kept pretty much in line with everything here in the book. I was wondering though, if I hadn't seen the series already, would I be totally lost in the book? Geez, I hope I'm smarter than that. But I suppose that will just have to remain a mystery. Now, I did have some major issues regarding the parts of the book concerning Daenerys. In the HBO series, she's this hot little blonde who isn't so shy about prancing around topless or having marital relations in clear view of everyone with an HBO subscription. Her character in the series was played by a 25-year-old, perfectly legal, full-grown adult woman. Now to read about her in the book, I find out that she's supposed to be only 13. What the heck? I've been watching and having moderately vile thoughts about a supposedly junior high girl? Oh, for shame! For shame. Where's my sword? I am not fit to live. I am a vile man. Oh no! Oh, what can I say? There is a lot of story to be told in 800 and change pages. And it's still the shortest of the 5-book series I have. Now, I don't really remember how long this book took me to read, but I have a feeling I'd have to do a world tour if I was going to read this book on a vacation. Actually, what's interesting is that most books are made into movies, or 2 or 3 movies, but Game of Thrones was actually broken down into 10 one-hour-long episodes for HBO. Yes, people usually bitch about how the book was great, but the movie sucked. Well, in this case, I think the screen pretty much captured it all. Or at least most of it. Give or take a sex scene or two, or a beheading or two, or a little bit of blood and gore or two, or It's a long book. It's a long book. Now, most stories need a good hero, but I'm not sure we have a hero among us in the Seven Kingdoms or not. Now, Ned Stark's bastard son, Jon Snow, seems to be a good guy, though. And we have to feel a little sorry for the guy, because he takes a lot of crap from his bitchy stepmom, Catelyn. But I suppose women can be that way when their husband brings home a war souvenir that has his eyes and his dashing smile. Yes, women can be a little funny that way. Well, there's just so much bitchy stepmom our Jon Snow can take. So when his father Ned heads south, Jon heads north to join in the brotherhood that keeps watch over that frozen wall thing that's up somewhere in the Northland. Yeah, up there. Now here he gives an oath to swear off women and defend the Seven Kingdoms from all the evils that lie beyond that frozen wall thing. Yes, taking the black, as it's called. So they're kind of a celibate, gothic border patrol frat house, so to speak. Now, regardless of their fashion taste, his time on the wall opens up a whole new story. Yes, there's a whole different world up there on the wall that separates the real world from the hostile north. Now, I really never understood the concept of the border wall. If you really wanted to go south, wouldn't you just, I don't know, go to the end of the wall and walk around it, or maybe swim around it? Just walls don't seem to be all that confining to me. Just walk around it. Swim around it. Walk. Woo! Probably the most noble of all was Eddard Stark, sometimes called Ned. Yes, Ned. N-E-D. Which tended to confuse the living heck out of me at times. Ned Eddard. There's no Ned in Eddard. There's no N in Eddard. Anyway, he left his castle and sacrificed his good life to nobly serve his king and friend Robert at King's Landing. Yeah, how did that work out for you, Ned? Now, you've got to love King Robert, too. He wasn't much of a king, but he'd be a blast to party with. He loved to indulge in hunting, drinking, and other things, while letting the taxpayers take the bill. He was so indulged in his indulgences, he didn't even realize that, his kids look a whole lot more like his brother-in-law than they do him. The poor guy probably deserved to be gored to death by an angry boar. Oh dear, bless his heart. Now bravo to George Martin for creating a villain we just despise so much we can't even love to hate him. Robert's kind of heir, Joffrey, is the perfect villain. He's a little teen punk that's so much of a wimp. He has to have his paid muscle, the Hound, do his dirty work for him. We can't even respect him for his strength, or his cunning, or anything. We all just want to grab him by the feet and swing him around, bashing his head against every tree in the Amazon rainforest. Yes, you just have to hate him that much. You just can't help it. You want to strangle him. Speaking of kids, Ned's preteen daughter, Arya, is someone you just can't help but love. She's the little tomboy that you just know somewhere down the line she's going to save the day. And even though she was only 9 in this story, she's probably still someone you'd want on your side during a fight. Once again, bravo to Mr. Martin for making a little girl the toughest character in the story. Oh. Oh yes, a couple of other villains worth mentioning is of course Joffrey's bitch of a mother, Cersei, the ultimate C. C meaning her first initial. Of course, not real crazy about the name Cersei. Cersei. Oh well, what did King Robert ever see in this hussy? Then again, what did she ever see in King Robert? Oh yes, the woes of an arranged marriage. Maybe she was justified fooling around with her brother Jaime. As for Jaime though, we'll get to him in the next book. Then there's the king's hired muscle, the Hound. He has a name, but why use it when we can just say the Hound in such a sinister tone? The name alone assures us that he's not one to call up for babysitting duties. Oh honey, let's go see a movie tonight. We can call the Hound to watch the baby tonight. Probably not such a good idea. The Hound! And who is my favorite character in the entire story? Oh my, that's an easy one. Tyrion the Dwarf, of course. Although he's one of the evil Lannisters, you're never quite sure whose side he's on. With his sarcastic wit, one has to wonder, how did he stay alive through all 800 pages? If you wanted to party with someone in this book, he'd certainly be my first choice. Even though he does tend to piss folks off from time to time. Don't all the Lannisters though? Now Peter Dinklage does such an amazing job with this character in the HBO series that I can almost hear his voice every time I read Tyrion's dialogue. If he hasn't won an Emmy for every season, something's wrong. That just ain't right. No. Another villain worth mentioning is Viserys Targaryen. Although he never did any real harm to anyone, the way he treated his little sister Daenerys was most villainous indeed. Oh yes, that little punk-ass brat thought he was all of that. Oh, you don't want to awaken the dragon? He kept saying. Yes, I just wanted someone to bitch slap him upside the head a couple of times. Or maybe pour molten gold on his head, like his brother-in-law, called Drogo did. Yes, that will work as well. How's the dragon sleeping now? And what about the little sister Daenerys, or Dany? After I discovered that she was supposed to be a little girl of 13 years old, I don't even want to think about her. For shame! 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 So, there you have it, the book, The Game of Thrones. A story filled with lies, manipulation, violence, sex, and pretty much everything else anyone can think of in order to reign on the Iron Throne. Now, there were 5 of these books when I started reading this. I believe there are more now. However, a lot of people may say, I don't need to read the book. I saw this series on HBO. Well, guess what? So did I. And I've even watched them on DVDs. But that doesn't mean you don't have to read the book. There's just so much going on. So, even though you've watched the show, or you've listened to me talk about it, or whoever, read the book. It's a most noble experience. Nothing noble going on in this book. Anyway, read it. Read it.